So, yesterday, somebody posted on Reddit a screenshot of what supposedly was Saber's, a response from Saber. Okay. And this screenshot is in Russian. Everything's in Russian. The response was in Russian. I'm not sure why. They're not communicating on the largest platform of standard Twitter with their account, but this is a Russian Twitter, essentially. VK.com was where this originated from, and this is where we had to find. This screenshot was posted. I'm like, yo, this looks sus because I've never seen an interface like this. Yes, it's in Russian. Maybe it's a Russian version of a website, the Russian Facebook or the Russian Twitter or something. And essentially, this is what we found. On July 11th, about, I'd say 2 weeks after they posted this, Dennis comes in with a comment reading this. I copied it. I'll show you the coolest part. So what I did was like, fuck, I need to translate this. What you do is on iPhones, you can actually take a screenshot. Okay. And of the image that you take a screenshot of, as you can see here, I took a screenshot on my phone. As an image, you can see, hello? Closer, farther. What do I need to do here? There it goes. As an image, you can then actually hold down on your phone and copy the text from a fucking screenshot. It's crazy, as you can see. So what I did was copied this text. I also copied this text, which was the first message that was sent. So let's go ahead and translate this into English. As you see, we can go here. Russian to English. Boom. Enter the text, and it translates to this. So it says cybers, but it's supposed to be another word for sabers, right? Saber. Will you update the game? Anything to add? Question mark, right? And the response from Saber, which again is here, I got to go back, click here. From here, as you can see the response, I copied it completely into this notepad to translate it to English. Now, before we did any of this, as you can see, I was very suspicious because of how grainy and unprofessional this, I suppose, screenshot looked. I mean, there's like black and gray dots here on each of the responses. It looks like your classic Photoshop. Okay. Because only if you look close enough, you're going to see these gray dots where somebody like deleted shit, right? Anyways, so my goal was to find the source. Okay. I need to search and scour the fucking ends and froms of the internet to find out where the fuck this picture was actually taken from. Which, to no avail, I spent about an hour or two last night trying to find it. Well, thank fucking God I put it in my stream title because somebody decided to come by this morning that spoke Russian. Believe it or not, the homie, Dive Into Death, one of my followers, is from Russia, right? And he's like, yo, that's VK. That's Von Tenki or whatever. And Boon Groovy Puppet also found that for me. So shout out to Boon. So Saber responded with this. We copied it here, and we're going to go check the Russian translation to English. This is the same. And this is the response translated into English. If you can see, I wonder if I can get this bigger. Stay tuned and don't believe the rumors. We'll tell you about our plans when we are ready. Okay? So that's the response from Saber. Now, again, for me to authenticate this screenshot, we had to find this website. Well, you're not going to believe it. Saber Interactive's official Twitter account for VK. Now, let's go back to normal here. This is what it looks like. Okay? But the power of the internet, I'm able to translate an entire web page to fucking English. As you can see, it's all in Russian. Okay? So, we translate it to English. Boom. Excuse me. Now, we have the idea or the plan of searching for this post, which we know that they responded on July 11th. Okay? So all we had to do was go and scroll for the picture of Pablo and Leader Ash hanging out, and here it is. June 29th. This was their announcement of the double XP shit. Right? Saber responds on July 11th to a question that was asked on July 11th by Dennis. We then will go over here to click on it to see the response. As you can see, Saber Interactive's official account responded, Dennis, stay tuned and don't believe the rumor. Oops, sorry. Dennis, stay tuned and don't believe the rumors. We'll tell you about our plans when we're ready. July 11th. Okay, that was 7 days ago. Officially from the horse's mouth. Okay. From development company, Saber alone has an employee of Saber has leaked and said that the company was official, that is part of Saber US. Okay, there's multiple subsidiaries to Saber. Okay, Saber Puerto Rico, Saber whatever, UK, all the other ones are staying France, right? Spain, Saber Spain. They're all still intact. Saber US, Dunzo, on the 14th. July 11th, this was posted. 3 days later, company is gone. Sent everybody home. Liquidated. If that makes sense. That's how I have to try and explain this more than anything. In a way that you guys can understand. This is what happened. This is the exact reason why we do not have an announcement of the winner. I think it started here and it officially happened on the 14th of this month, 4 days ago. We were supposed to get an announcement of the winner here. Now, again, this all could be like, this, and then nothing happens, right? Or it could be, hey, we figured something out and we're opening back up, whatever, right? We don't know until we just don't know anymore, right? The thing is it's all the signs point to it. Today is your last day to submit your great shots and videos for exploring the world of Evil Dead. The screenshot contest that, excuse me, very little people participated in, was supposed to have a winner announced the following week of June 30th. June 30th was 3 weeks ago, okay? We officially would have had an announcement somewhere between July 2nd and July 8th. Okay, July 2nd and July 8th. Nope. Spain doesn't no longer... Saber Spain gave the job to Saber US back in November. Saber Spain hasn't worked on this since the Ruby update. So the reason why we had such a long dead silence, radio silence between Ruby update and Ruby patch was 109 days. Okay, as in her fix, right? It was 90 fucking days or 109 days of broken Ruby. that is where they went from Saber Spain to Saber US. Okay. Lastly, again, no announcement. Still hasn't been announced. They didn't even share. They stopped sharing after 5 days. This was their little post about it. For some reason, I'm almost certain that this is a fucking scheduled post. They made this schedule this post to post at 7 a.m. on June 30th. Boom, right? No announcements. Still have not been announced. They haven't tweeted anything since July 4th, which is 2 weeks ago from today. They haven't touched the other stuff on anything. When they said they were going to be more active with the community in the interview that they had right when Ball was released, when they showed all the mini gameplay, all that while having this. My theory. Once again, I'm going to go over my theory. We already knew that Embracer was liquidating over 100 companies. We knew that this was happening. We just didn't know if Saber was going to be involved, right? Because they didn't announce which companies they were liquidating. My theory is, once again, is that they gave Saber the ultimatum saying, hey, I want you to do a screenshot contest and the community needs to participate. We need to make sure that the community is hanging out and they're still here and participating. While be it dumb to have a Discord role dedicated to you as the prize of the winners, right? It's something to look forward to, I suppose. What they didn't do, though, is meet quota. Guaranteed. This is, again, all theorize of what happened. For me, Saber needed the quota to be met and for people to be here showing interest in this game. And so my theory is that Embracer said, do the screenshot contest. And if 250, let's just throw a number out there. If 250 people, if 500 people, if 100 people participate in this screenshot contest, we will continue to fund your project. If they don't, it's good night, right? 22 people. That's it. Participated in this boring ass contest. 22 people. Okay? That's it, man. 22 posts on Twitter from different accounts. That is not enough to meet quota. Embracer probably looked at that and laughed so hard and then said, all right, it's a wrap, go home. And then all that to partake with June 30th, right? On July 11th, they're still not officially sent home as far as like, hey, we're working on something. Can we somehow reel this back? Right? Not a chance. July 14th, Saber US gets shut down. That is it. So what I'm saying is in general, that's my theory behind it. And plus, the Steam charts don't lie. And we all know. Look at Saber's other games that they're working on. And by the way, actively updating. If you look at Saber support, they just updated World War Z yesterday. Bada bing, bada boom. Go here. Look at this. 2 SnowRunner updates yesterday. SnowRunner is another game. Okay. From Saber. By the way, Steam charts, again, 49 players in Evil Dead the game right now. All right. Let's look at Saber's other games. As we've said, 5,000 players playing SnowRunner right now. 5,000. World War Z. 2,200. Okay? There's so many more things here. So many more things here that they can work on and get more money on. And that is the point where we are at right now, guys. It's a wrap. I've been saying it for literally 3 weeks. People called me out on it, saying that, oh, it's not real. Trust me. This game does not make Embracer money. The chart sales for the Game of the Year edition, you guys don't even want to look at those, okay? Because it'll hurt your feelings. Then the unbalance of this game caused people to leave, causing more people to sit in queue and be on their phones instead of actually playing their product. Nothing. I showed you Evil Dead. I showed you. There's 50 fucking players. 49 players right now. 54. In comparison. Okay. Steam release was free. Less than a month later, 65% of the freebies bailed out. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. With the literal 10-minute queue times I had in Demon queues today, that's an atrocity. You know what I mean? An atrocity. So, that is it, man. That is the news we got. The craziest Russian response. 3 days later, Saber gets shut down. The Saber team that is working on Evil Dead, not full Saber community or company, just to be aware. And the numbers on like you said, the numbers don't matter here. That is the problem. And like I said, I don't really always agree with Old Head Gaming on YouTube, but he had a good point. Again, this development team had no clue what the fuck they had in their hands, what gold mine they had, how hardcore horror cliche cult following people are. You know what I mean? Check it out. Evil Dead Rise won the box office weekend when it dropped. It's got a massive good rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics loved it. Audiences loved it. It's fucking fresh, right? What better way to handle your game properly than be like, yo, you liked Evil Dead Rise? Well, fucking hell, man. Come check out Evil Dead the game. Huge series. Stars alone. Everybody knows how good, as a horror fan, how good the Evil Dead franchise was and what happened. And they had no clue. And someone else pulled it up or brought it up saying that if they knew what they had, as far as they originally intended Evil Dead the game to be a PvE style game, kind of like World War Z, Left 4 Dead, shit like that. You know what I mean? But they changed it last second, and PvP, never realized how hard it was to balance an asymmetrical game. When you develop an asymmetrical game, all you're going to have is people talking in your ear every freaking second. That this needs to be changed, that needs to be changed. And they fucked up and listened to the wrong people. Okay? And that was the issue. That was the big issue here. This all stemmed from them fixing something that they didn't need to fix based on somebody's opinion who shouldn't have had an opinion. Okay? Let me tell you this. The downfall of this game was the Blacksmith update, Prestige update. Prior to that, we adapted. We adapted. And then all, of course, the nerf, the trap nerf now. But prior to all this, there was a man who only played Survivor, never played a demon game. All of his demons were level 1. But he had a huge YouTube following. Okay? Huge YouTube following. And he only played Survivor. And this man retired from Evil Dead before he even hit player level 100. But he made constant videos at the start of this game's life cycle. And here we are, right? This man only played Survivor. And he fucking made suggestions to Saber on how to fix Demon. Never once did he play Demon. So what gives him the right to fucking have an opinion on what to do to fix Demon? Don't have a fucking right. You definitely don't have a right when you quit immediately after all this bullshit. And time will tell. But you cannot be the one to make all these accusations and all these suggestions for a team, especially when you have a fucking Naruto headband, man. A Naruto headband. Come on, man. That's the downfall of this game. They listened to Sledge. If they didn't listen to Sledge, we might be somewhere else at this point. And that is simple as that. Simple as that. Sledgy wedgie. Never listen. And that's the problem. Okay? Great guy. I have nothing against Sledge for what he did. For what he did for the community, the videos, the content in general. It was a lot of fun to watch him. He was really fucking good on the microphone. I really like Sledge as a streamer, as a content creator. And I have nothing against him. But the Naruto headband is just a dig. It's nothing crazy. But don't make suggestions to a company. Here's the difference between Saber. Here's the difference between Saber and Wes from Gun Media. Gun knows how to balance a game. Knows how to do what they need to do. They've worked on asymmetrical games before. Saber never had an asim game. This was their first attempt. So everybody that devved into this, developed this man, never had that chance, right? So just understand that. You can't balance your game off the bottom 1%. Simple as that. I promise you that. Yes, it was vocal. You cannot balance off the 1%, my guy. Come on, man. The bottom 1%. You cannot. And let's be real here and let's be honest. You can't balance an asim game, period. Period. Right? There's always going to be one fix that breaks another, one break that fixes something else for somebody else, exploits this, exploits that. It's just going to happen. It's almost impossible to perfectly balance an asymmetrical game, and we all know that. What's up to the homie Jeff D96? It's crazy because it's never too late. We need another double XP. I feel like it would be that. Ignoring Reddit is advisable, to be honest. But they didn't listen to people like Sohiki, Alucard, Aggro, etc. It's 1 versus 4. Then it in itself sounds like it shouldn't be balanced. And there's your point for at least 3v4 TCM gives it a better chance for a more evenly based game. 1v4. Demons are supposed to be. You know how easy it was to win against demons? Over it. You know how easy it was to win early, to win against demons this entire game? You just stick together. Anybody that was a problem was going to be there was because they split up. And you don't split up in horror games. We know this, right? There's your problem. So that's my theory on the whole thing as far as what happened with the screenshot contest. As far as the other scenario, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, as of the 14th, Saber US is no longer. So why haven't we received any update? Even on the dumb screenshot contest, we haven't seen a single thing. You know what I mean? So there it is. We will discuss this further tomorrow as well. I know you guys want to talk about that. We will get to that. Again, tomorrow morning stream is going to be lit AF. All right, we're gonna be having fun with that.